and welcome to another episode of the Millennial Fuck Up. I know this is a rare sighting, but I wanted to do like a get ready with me today. So I already have my foundation on, but I want to do the rest since I don't want my videos to be too long. So I'm just gonna do it right here. And today's topic, what I really wanted to talk to you guys about was that many of you guys know that, I do live on my own. I fend for myself and all that good stuff. And recently, I've had some people comment to me saying like, oh, like, we wish you wouldn't have moved on your own, because when you finally do get with someone, like, you're not gonna know how to live with them, etc., etc. And I've had other people comment around the same thing, that I have to learn how to live with other people. And with me, I feel like those comments are the most dumb, because I feel like a lot of people say that, gosh, I wish I learned how to be with myself and all this other stuff. Like, I feel like it's between the two. And like, I feel like people who don't live on their own, they do comment like, gosh, I wish I lived on my own. Or, I don't meet a lot of people who actually do live on their own and stuff. So for me, it's kind of like, I don't know. To me, I really hate it when people give me their opinions. I mean, I'm so respectful about it, and I say, oh yeah, thank you so much for your opinion, or oh yeah, I'll take your opinion into consideration, like, thank you. But I truly don't ask people's opinions, because I could care less about other people's opinions, honestly. But it really bugs me when, like, so many people are saying the exact same thing, and it's like, maybe it's a me thing, you know what I mean? Maybe they're saying it because I'm acting a way that's maybe, I think I'm the shit or something like that, But I sincerely don't think that, because ever since I moved on my own, I have 100% humbled myself, because it's really hard to live on your own, like, and I have a couple of friends who do live on their own, but they have children, and we understand our struggles, like how hard it is. And so I feel like I truly did humble myself in that aspect, because before I used to be so materialistic, etc. And now, like, I really don't understand these people's comments, but I totally understand, like, where they're coming from. But you know what I mean? I can be a very introvert person, but I feel like I can also be an extrovert person. Like if I'm gonna be around people, like, I can only be around those people for a certain amount of time, because that's when I'll start, getting tired, or my attitude starts changing. And before I get to that point of my attitude changing, like, I would rather leave that environment so that they don't see a different side of me, because, I feel like I want to be consistent with people, so I would want that consistency to be the same. And so I can only be that type of person for a certain amount of time. And I feel like a lot of people don't respect that or don't understand that, and I feel like a lot of people want me to be at 100% all the time, and I feel like that's really hard. And I feel like I haven't met someone who is 100% all the time. So I'm just that type of person where, like, I have to be on my own to not be a grumpy butt or anything like that. And I'm not the best at makeup, but this is my makeup routine in the mornings for, for me getting ready and stuff. So I wanted you guys to come along. I'm not gonna do my full makeup with you guys, but you know, did want to chit chat and do something different with my videos this time. So yeah. And so I really hate how like certain people like I really hate it when people give me their opinions on the way that I should live or the way that I should act, because I feel like with me, like I already know myself. I've known myself for over 23 years. So I feel like with me being the only person who knows me the most, I feel like I should be the only one giving myself opinions. And not just that, but I'm really well at reflecting at my situations, and I'm really good at understanding and recognizing right away, like, hey, did I do wrong? And I'm not a person to not say I'm sorry. Like, I love to take full responsibility for everything that I do, and I feel like other people don't, and that's just, you know, life. But with me, I love to take responsibility of everything, and other people don't. And you know, so I really hate it when people give me their opinions. And so I was just really bothered by, you know, only 2 people told me this, but you know, one person is really close to me, and the other person, it's just like, I hang out with you because you're friends with, you know, you're in a relationship with my friend. But you know what I mean? Like, I really hate that. So I called the person who I values advice and knowledge and wisdom the most, and that's my grandma. So I called my grandma and I asked her, like, Grandma, like, these 2 people, they told me this. What do you think? And my grandma just, I swear, I love her knowledge. I'm obsessed with my grandma. She's a classy person. She is such a, you know, I try to emulate her now. And she's just the most amazing person, I feel like, in my opinion. And except for my parents, you know. My grandparents come after that. Well, they come after my siblings. So my parents, my siblings, and then my grandparents. And what's it called? And I called my grandma and she said, honey, I'm just gonna ask you one thing. And I was like, okay, Grandma, like, what is it? That one thing that you wanna ask me? And she just said, are you happy? And gosh, I answered so right away, and I said, yes, I am happy. I love living on my own. I get to do whatever I want. I don't have to listen to other people. I don't have to, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I'm obsessed with living. Okay, putting on lipstick and talking at the same time is like really hard. And I have just been thinking so much about how, like, gosh, like, are these people right? Whatever. And in reality, maybe they are. But in my world right now, they are not right. So I am happy with where I'm at. I am happy living on my own. And I hope in the future, or not so near future, that, you know, I find someone that I have a really good connection with, a really good relationship with, and hopefully we can move in together or something like that. But in reality, like, I'm not ready for that. In my head, I would love that, but in reality, like, I would want to grow and do things on my own. I wouldn't want to depend on another person. And I feel like so many people do depend on other people, and it's just not me right now. And for me, I would love to keep on staying single, you know, and just, okay, I'm thinking about doing eyeliner, but I feel like it's so hard to talk at the same time, but oh well. And so for me, it's just not in the picture right now of, you know, being with someone because I feel like right now I'm finding myself, I'm trying to get my own rhythm. You know, I am still trying to figure out life, what I would want to do in the future. You know what I mean? And it's just things like that. And I have such a big vision board or dreams and things that I would love to accomplish. And I feel like those dreams and those visions, I have always envisioned them of me achieving them on my own, not with another person. And so that's the way that I see it. And so, just like I said in my previous videos, like of my parents and all this other stuff, like it's always been my income that I've always thought of. I've never thought of looking into someone's income as well. So that's where it comes into play. But you know, so that's the way that I think, you know. And so finishing up is that, and I really hate it when people give me their opinions. And even though everyone will always give you their opinion, always will give you their opinion, even though you didn't ask. And I feel like I'm that type of person who doesn't give their opinion. But of course, I am not looking at myself, so maybe I haven't seen myself catch myself give opinions. But gosh, I really feel like I don't see myself giving opinions because I hate it. But just like I said, I'm not the one looking at myself, so I really don't know. But I just feel like as a person, as a human being, as a courtesy, as a respectful thing, and my opinion, I'm giving my opinion now, is that you shouldn't give people your opinion, especially if you're not helping them, if you're not doing anything for them. I mean, like, yeah, if you're friends, that's great. But if you're not in the same situation, a living situation, you should not give an opinion at all. Because, like, this person, the specific person who said it after this most important person, you know, the friend, the boyfriend's friend, whatever, my friend's boyfriend or whatever, what's it called? He lived on his own, but he's always had roommates, and I don't have roommates. I don't have none of that stuff. So, like, that really ticked me off, like, a lot. So, you know, it just rubbed me the wrong way. And, you know, so, yeah. So don't feel like you have to take other people's opinions if you feel like in a place that you really need someone of wisdom. Like, talk to someone who is older, you know, who is, you know, over 60 years old, because they will see the life of what they would have wished, or they're just knowledgeable. They just have so much wisdom. And that's what I really appreciate about my grandma, is that she has a lot of wisdom. You know, she is over 60 years old, and, you know, and I absolutely adore her wisdom, absolutely. And what she does, I do go to her for many of my issues, many of, you know, and she humbles me. She makes me realize, hey, the way that you're thinking is not the right way. Or, you know, she just helps me so much in different ways. And I really appreciate that from my grandma, or to have someone like that in my life who is just so knowledgeable. And we, you know, and I really go to her for a lot of things, you know, maybe for faith or anything like that. But I really appreciate her in that sense, and I'm just so grateful. So yeah, so to wrap up my video is that if you're happy with your decision, then that is the best decision ever for you. And it's so crazy to think how I didn't think about that in the first place. But yeah, so don't take anyone's BS, take their opinions, hear it, throw it away, and live with your life. And just like I said, if they don't pay for your bills or anything, don't even freaking pay attention to them. You know what I mean? Alrighty, so thank you for getting ready with me for a little bit. I'm gonna